These are areas that break us. We go in, we order the world, we give nothing back to the world, or very little. Touch yourself and say, I will be remembered by the gifts called tips I leave. All right, make that declaration. It's still January. You can make it happen. I didn't say you have to go outlandish, but be respectful. And do that. Do the rapport with the sky caps. Do that with the attendees at the front of the entranceway of the hotel or the area that you're going. It's very important. I'm going to come back to some of the more make and break us, because we have to deal with the mindset all the way, because if we don't, we're going to ruin things. We're going to ruin things because we talk it, but are we willing to change? Are we willing to change that we wear no shoes that are scuffed up? Are we willing to change that we wear no clothes that are not fully pressed? Are we willing to change to make sure that our fingernails are clean when we point to things so people don't see last week's barbecue sauce? Y'all ain't saying that right now. I wear glasses, and I have to methodically keep them clean, because if anybody that wears glasses, or those of you that wear contacts that used to wear glasses, you all understand, your glasses get so dirty and messed up, you don't even know it because you're so used to it. And all of a sudden, one day, you look at your own glasses and say, oh, my God. And I mean, they're just fingerprint, they stained and all that kind of stuff. But since you're just used to looking through them like that, it becomes averagely, consistent. And one day I was at the table and going through a business deal, and the person pulled out their glasses, and their glasses were so fingerprinting and so dusty and all the rest of it. I said, how could they see? And I took mine off, and I said, how do I see? Because you don't know until you actually look. And so I have a very, very methodical pet peeve to make sure that I keep them as clean as possible. And you may want to just note that. And these are the little things that people pay attention to. Do you keep your glasses clean? Everybody gonna be looking at other girl. You got something in your glass right there. Now you're allowed to have one spot, maybe two, but don't have the whole world from last week on there. Just page number 22. Read, please.
When you have consistent lack in the area of finances, then you are in a lifestyle of debt that is connected from purpose.
You're disconnected from purpose. You're disconnected. Disconnected from purpose. This is one of the major statements right here. When you have a consistent lack in the area of finances, if there's something consistently missing, then your lifestyle, the key word, lifestyle of debt, it disconnects you from purpose. Now, if you can have a lifestyle of debt, why can't you have a lifestyle of wealth? Let that sink in just for a little bit. If you can have debt that shows up once a month, every month consistently, why can't you have wealth that shows up at least once a month consistently? And note this, because it's so important. Whenever debt becomes the rulership of your lifestyle, it disconnects you from some purpose that you should be able to reach for. Hold on to that thought, because when your purpose is being manipulated and mastered by, because listen to what I'm about to say, it makes all the sense in the world. That's why in the book, you got to learn how to master money before it masters you. I want you to remember this little statement. Money determines what you do. It determines what car you brought last. It determined what home you brought last. It determined how many bags you left out of the mall with last time you went to the mall. It determined what restaurant you chose to eat at. It determined how you felt when you were eating what you chose to eat. Money decided how well you slept last night. It did. When you are paid and your bills are paid and money's in the bank, You snore till they have to wake you up. Got bills, can't pay bills, don't have money. You walk on the floor, breaking out in rashes, can't talk sweet to nobody, screaming, hollering, yelling. Don't know why you're fussing. Just mad. Because you got to look at paper that you can't deal with, called bills. And when you have to manage those emotions, they are very difficult to manage. Because first of all, you wish you were never there. Number two, you keep on asking yourself, how did this happen to me? Number three, you keep on trying to figure out how you're getting out of it. And when you start pending those questions, you start getting more depressed, because if you don't have a plan to change the lifestyle of debt and discontent and the breaking of purpose and connections to prosperity, then you really start getting frustrated, because then what you recognize, you start examining every issue of your life that caused you to get there. And that's what starts frustrating you about people. Because you found out you should have been working your business instead of being at the mall with Sally. You found out you should have been more faithful and consistent in your habits instead of being out with Bill and doing all those other things and being on the phone with Kim. Come on now, talk to me. Okay, let's go into number 23. I'm going to jump into a couple of them real quick. 23, top one.
To get out of debt, you must start by making a quality decision.
Quality decision.
To discover purpose in handling your finances. This requires a process which begins with identifying the issues and setting goals in the areas that once frustrated you.
Frustration is a great thing if you know why you need it. So I'm going to help you right now. I'm going to get you to the place where you're going to appreciate frustration before it leaves you. The reason why frustration is necessary, because it keeps on telling you you have not developed the level of capacity that you need to succeed at the level you want to. So frustration is always the redefining. It is the knife that cuts you that says you have not mastered what you thought you were. So when you become frustrated with something, it's because you have not implemented, you have not engaged, you have not disciplined yourself into something that says, I have stretched the capacity. So something is limiting your progress, your prosperity, your focus, and your potential. And because that is taking place, now frustration is, because frustration can only happen when you have goals and you're not reaching them. When you have potential and you don't see it manifesting. People can't be frustrated over something they don't know that's supposed to happen. So frustration is an element that you need to start speaking to yourself, because whenever you have frustration, I always deal with this principle, review the facts. Say with me, review the facts. Review the facts of why I'm frustrated. Am I frustrated because I hired 3 people and they don't show up to work on time? Am I frustrated because they don't have good work ethics? Am I frustrated because they talk more among themselves than making sure that they give more information to the business? They're standing at the counter, they're sitting there, they're chatting. They don't have good performance, they don't have good body posture. They're not sitting there with the right personality degree. They're not giving the right reflection. There's a certain way that you can say something that makes a person want to come back and talk to you. Yeah, there is. There's a certain way that you can be just congenial and overindulge within excitement that a person says, you know what, I didn't buy none today, but I'm coming back because I'm going to buy something because that person was just too nice to me. You'll find something to buy. Because that person is so nice, you'll look at it. If not, you'll be a great referral. And frustration is a critical element. Not that we want it every day, but we need it. Not that we should have it all our life, but we got to have frustration to define where we're going to grow. Amen. And if you don't deal with frustration, frustration will kill you. It will kill you, kill your vision, your dream, your purpose, your insight of what you are. It will kill you. It will kill you because you're now looking at yourself and being frustrated with your real potential, because even in yourself, and I'll say this to you, and I'll say it with great respect, when frustration lives in you, is because the capacity of you has not grown to remove frustration.